Hey everybody, welcome back to the basement. Welcome back to the channel. We are here today to run some trains that were requested in my GG1 freight video from a couple weeks ago. I put that video out because I was double heading the GG1s that I've received, one from the old Vision Line release, one from the newest Vision Line release. And I asked if there's any trains that you'd like to see during the holiday season that we put on the layout. And Old Ohio Angler did comment requesting that we put on the Wheeling Lake Erie SD40-2s and then run them in contrast with the Conrail weathered units. Well, we're going to start off today by just running these Wheeling Lake Erie engines on their own, and then we'll bring in the Conrails for another video that we'll have hopefully out here in the next week or so, and then we'll see them together as well in that second video. I have not run these in a while. I picked these up a few years ago when I was out visiting my friend Jason in Detroit. We actually drove to Stockyard Express, went past one of the Wheeling yards and saw these SD40-2s, and I knew that I needed to have some in my collection at that point in time. So that night in his house, I was looking online to try to find one. I ended up finding one from Pat's Trains from the previous release of SD40-2s that he still had in stock. So I was able to grab that one right away. And then during that time, Mr. Muffin had a pre-order still happening for a custom run of these Wheeling Lake Erie SD40-2s from the second release. And that's the head unit that you see here that has the Wheeling 30-year patch on the front. And so I was able to pick both of these up at that point in time. So I'm thinking that's probably 2021. 2022 maybe. And then since then, I've acquired a couple other pieces of Wheeling Lake Erie rolling stock, including this Wheeling Lake Erie waffle boxcar. This is an MTH boxcar Premier, and I was given this by my friend Brian from the Van Rail YouTube channel, the greatest YouTube channel you've never seen. I also have a couple of the Wheeling Lake Erie coal hoppers that I picked up. I believe I grabbed those from Pat's as well. They were a pre-order. I think I have a 3-pack of those. The other one I just don't have on the layout right now. And then pulling the rear of this consist is going to be a Wheeling Lake Erie caboose. This was a gift from my friend John from the Lower Susquehanna Valley Modular Railroad Club from a few years back after I picked these guys up. So we're going to run all of those with a bunch of other modern freight today. Now, SD40-2s are some of my favorite locomotives. I don't know why. They're one of the first ones that I got. I picked up the Norfolk Southern version when I got back into the hobby from the same guy that I bought a bunch of stuff from on that same day. And I just really think they look awesome. They're not big mainline. I mean, they are mainline locomotives, but they're not like big, heavy ES44s or ET44s, you know. I don't know what it is about them, but I love them. Now, these ones are some of the favorite ones that I have in my collection because you don't see them all that often. In fact, these are usually on display in my stairwell. When you come down into my basement, I have 2 sets of shelving, and these have typically been on those shelves. So the first engines that you see when you come into my basement to see the collection. So they kind of have a front and center display for that reason, and so they're typically up there on display. I haven't had them out in a couple months. I did run them about 2 months ago. But really great locomotives, and they look really awesome with the matching Wheeling Lake Erie freight. And then obviously we're going to have some mixed freight in here as well. So let's go ahead, fire these guys up, and check it out. All right, everyone, so that's going to wrap this one up. If there's other locomotives or consists in my collection that you would like to see between now and New Year's, please go ahead and leave me a comment below of what's something that you would like to see running here on the channel so we can break that set out and get a video out for all of you. Look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.